What up? It's your boy, Luke for Prez, back again with another video for you guys. Hope everyone is doing great out there. Today, I'm gonna be talking about what I learned from spending $1,500 a month on organic SEO services for my beat selling business. If you're new to the channel and you're interested in music producer marketing related content, hit that like, hit that subscribe, leave a comment, whatever you can do to just show that algorithm that your boy is bringing the sauce to the community.
The sauce is forever.
And with that, thankfully out of the way, let's get into this. So first of all, what even is organic SEO and how in God's name can you justify spending $1,500 a month for it? SEO stands for search engine optimization. And basically it's the act of making your website stand out in a positive way to Google so you appear higher on the organic search rankings. For instance, if you were to go to Google and type in rap beats for sale, what's gonna come up first is probably gonna be a couple ads. And then beneath the ads, you're gonna see the organic search results. The higher you can be on the organic search results, the more traffic your website is going to get. So obviously, when it comes to search engine optimization, the goal is to be on the first page of Google, and above that, it's to be in that number one spot, or as close to that number one spot as you can possibly be for your target keywords. You want to capture those people who are searching for Google for exactly what you're selling. The other reason why it's super important to get on that first page and potentially that first slot on the Google organic search results is if you're ranking for the keywords in your niche organically, you don't have to pay for ads, or at least you don't have to rely so heavily on Google search ads as I have had to historically. This brings me to why I was motivated to actually spend some money on trying to bring my organic search ranking up. I'm tired of relying so heavily on these paid ads to get sales. Because the problem with ads is the second you stop paying for the ads, you disappear from the top of the rankings. But once you get to that number one spot or that first page on Google organically, it's pretty hard to knock you off from there. You're probably gonna be sticking around there for the long term.
That's the sauce, man. It sticks around.
So that's just like endless streams of traffic to your site for no money whatsoever. So going into this, I had a general idea of how search engine optimization works, but I'm a music producer first and foremost. I am not a Google expert. So I decided to outsource the organic SEO portion of my marketing to a third-party SEO company. I'm not gonna disclose the name of the company, but it is somebody that I found on the first page of Google. Because obviously, if they're gonna get themselves to the first page of Google, that's who I'm gonna trust the most to try to get my site to the first page of Google. I signed up for their baseline package, which came to the not so small amount of $1,500 a month. I wasn't exactly sure what they were going to do to get me to the first page of Google. I just hoped that they would get me there and I could learn the techniques along the way as I sort of audit what they do. I knew going into this that this was going to be a long-term play. There's no magic wand that you can wave. There's no website that you can construct in a certain way to automatically shoot yourself to the top of Google. It is a very nuanced, difficult, and long-term project that you have to undertake in order to maybe eventually get to the first page of Google. And I knew this going in, I just wasn't sure of the exact steps to take to get there. And I also wasn't sure exactly how long it would take. It's gonna vary entirely by the niche that you're in, right? Certain niches are gonna be way easier to rank for on Google than more crowded niches, right? So I signed on with these cats and I said, show me what you got. It's been about 6 months now since then, and the results are not quite as big a slam dunk as I was hoping for. Basically, this is what happened. From the time that I signed on with them, my impressions on Google have slowly but steadily increased. Impressions meaning how often did my website appear in Google search results for various queries. So the SEO company does appear to be working. However, the improvements are painfully gradual. It's taking way longer than I was hoping for, and despite the slow but steady progress, I am still nowhere near ranking on the first page of Google. I think I'll get there eventually, but if I were to continue to pay this company $1,500 a month until then, I'd be sleeping in a tent on Venice Beach. And now that we're about 6 months deep into this experiment, I have a very good handle on what this company actually does, and I know how to replicate it for significantly cheaper than $1,500 a month. And I'm about to break it down for you right now. Basically, they've done 3 things. Number 1 was an initial website audit where they went into my website and they changed up the pages on my site and the way the navigation works to be compliant with exactly what Google is looking for as of this year. Once that process was done, and that didn't take long at all, the 2 biggest factors that contribute to you increasing your rank on Google over time is consistent blogging and building backlinks. And that's basically what this company was doing for me every month. The company wrote 8 blog posts on my behalf relating in some way to rap beats or rap music or anything that could potentially intrigue or be interesting to rappers that are searching for information on how to further their career online. The problem was, I'm pretty sure they were outsourcing this writing to some type of foreign country because the quality of the writing was definitely not really where I wanted it to be, and I found myself oftentimes having to go in and basically rewrite like huge swaths of the posts, which kind of defeats the whole purpose of having someone do it for me, right? I will say though, over time, the quality of the writing has improved and the amount of work that I've had to do to quality control the writing has gone down. However, it still ain't Shakespeare, and I think I can do better in another way, which I'll describe shortly. The second element that I mentioned is backlinks. Let me explain what that is briefly. Basically, backlinks are websites other than your own that link back to your website. In Google's eyes, the more websites that link back to your site, the more credible your website appears, and thus the more SEO juice Google will provide you with, boosting you up the rankings further and further over time. However, all backlinks are not created equally. A backlink from, let's say, CNN.com is gonna give you a lot more juice than your uncle's birdwatching blog would. Google also takes into account whether or not that link is in context with what your business is, right? Otherwise, you could just spam links on all types of unrelated websites and rank overnight on the first page of Google. When it comes to backlinks, both quality and quantity matter, but from my experience so far, quality definitely matters more. And unfortunately, the backlinks that this company has provided me with have been low quality, oftentimes no follow backlinks, which don't give you any SEO juice whatsoever, mostly coming from random business directory websites that I easily could have just signed up for on my own. I was hoping, they would actually have a person reaching out to, rap music blogs or rap news outlets or something to that effect and trying to get like an actual organic backlink that makes sense in the context of what I'm doing. But unfortunately, that was not the case. However, obviously what they're doing has had some effect as my ranking has slowly but surely continued to go up. But due to the high price of this, and the fact that now I have kind of a pretty good handle on what companies like this actually do for businesses trying to rank on Google, I set out to find cheaper alternatives. You can find freelancers from all over the world willing to write high quality blog posts for you for a tiny fraction of what I was paying, as well as other people who will help you build contextual backlinks that will actually provide you with SEO juice. The other great thing about Fiverr is you can shop around, you can compare prices, you can test out different freelancers until you find somebody that can write in your voice and that can actually deliver the backlinks that are necessary to help you rank higher on Google. So that is exactly what I'm gonna be doing going forward. I'm going to personally hire freelancers to do this SEO work for me for a fraction of the cost of this company. So at the end of the day, This was a very expensive, but hopefully a very valuable learning lesson that I can take forward and apply to my own business, and now hopefully save you guys a lot of time and money if you decide that you ever want to actually invest in content marketing and organic SEO to help bring your beat-selling website higher up on Google. So yeah, once again, your boy is just taking all the bullets for the producer community, racking up these bills in the quest for music producer prominence, I guess. So I hope this video has been helpful. I hope you've learned a little bit about organic SEO and how it can apply to your beat selling business. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll be back soon with more. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.